Okay, so let's look at an example for Chapter 7. Chapter 7, we looked at the cost of production. So we have a production function, and in this case, here's the production function with the cost associated with this production function. So this means total cost equals 200 plus 55Q, where the Q is your quantity or your output. So the question is, we want to know what is the company's fixed cost. So if we say we have no output, so that Q is 0, 55 times 0 equals 0. So that means that the fixed cost, irrespective if we produce or not, we will have to pay that. Okay, so your fixed cost equals 200. Next question. Okay, so the company produces 100 goods. We want to know what will be the average variable cost, okay, this quantity at 100. So average variable cost is your total variable cost divided by your quantity, or your variable cost divided by your quantity. So where is our variable cost? If our fixed cost is the 200, then the 55Q shows the variable cost. Variable cost will increase as we increase our output. As we increase output, that value of variable cost will increase. So let's have a look. Total variable cost for this example will then be 55 multiplied by 100. So total variable cost is 55,000. And to get average, we divide that by the quantity. So we'll just say copy and paste, and the value, average variable cost for this example, it's 5500 divided by the quantity, which is 100. So we get an average variable cost of 55. Okay, so there's your answer. Okay, that one, let's make that red and bold. Okay, so there we go, 55. Following question is, what would be its marginal cost of production? Okay, so if we assume, let's say it's constant. So let me state it differently. If we look at the total cost equation, we can see that the variable component is 55 times Q. So that means, let's just write down the marginal cost. Marginal cost equals your change in, let me just say change in total cost minus it's the change in total cost as we include or increase our output. That means for every quantity we increase, so increase 1, 2, 3, 4, as we increase our quantity or our output, the change in the total cost value will be constant. And in this case, it will increase every time with 55. Okay, so the marginal cost in this example will be 55. So as we increase our quantity, the change between the total cost for this example, let's say we put in a 1 in there, we get a value. If we put in a 2 in there, we get a different value, but the increase every time is an increase of 55. So the value of the total cost increased by 55. So the marginal cost, which is constant in this case, will every time be 55. Next question is looking at the average fixed cost. So the average fixed cost, we know average is short, is total fixed cost divided by the quantity. Okay? So in this case, it is 200 divided by, and the quantity that we have is 100. So that means average fixed cost at output of 100 will be 2. So there we go. It's quite easy to do. Now, following question is, now there is a change. Okay, so this company decided to expand production, or there's new technology. So let's have a look. So they expand. The factory expands. Its fixed cost rises by 50 Rand. Okay, so let's write the original equation. So we know what we're working with. So this is the total cost. So what happens? Total cost. Okay, so what do I have to do? We have to rewrite the new cost equation. So total cost equals the fixed cost rises by 50. Okay, so it was initially 200, now it's 250. Plus the variable cost falls to 45 Rand. So it's from 55 to 45. So now it's 45, and that's the variable cost. So it's a Q. The cost of interest also enters into the equation. Each 1 point increase in the interest rate raises the cost by 3 Rand. Okay, so that means we also have to include borrowed some money. So for every increase in interest rate, so we're working with interest rate, cost increase by 3. So that means if interest rate is 1, the cost will be 3. If it's 2, it will be 6, because it will be 2 times 3. So that means the variable that we have here is 3i. And there we go. That's our new equation for total cost. If we add in the interest rate within the equation.